again. That's okay. That'll work.
All right.
I just stay on this.
Disclaimer. Anything we say can and will be used for entertainment purposes only. You have the right to remain silent, but that would be no fun. We're not medical professionals or scientists, and most times I'm not even that smart. We're just here to share our opinion and exercise our rights under the First Amendment of freedom of speech. We're just here to talk about things that are real or not for real. That being said, let's get into some higher minds. And welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to episode 5 of Higher Minds. Tonight we have a highly debated topic, as you've probably seen in the title, and our special guest tonight is none other than Splatter 420. How you doing, Splatter? Can you hear me?
It would help if my mic was turned on,
Uh-oh.
I guess, right? Yeah.
So how you doing today?
I'm okay. Just been freaking out, look anxious about this. I get all nerved up. I don't work alone. I work with a partner.
Didn't you just hear the didn't you just hear the standing ovation that you got when I introduced
Yeah,
you?
I heard that. That was kind of
See?
nice. I like that.
Yeah, you're the first one. I I just added that in. So you were the first guest to get the standing ovation. So uh,
It might be round, but it's not a sphere. Yeah,
yeah, what's your other one? Your favorite spinning water ball? That's
well, yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, does it? No.
So let's just we'll let everybody know here. Obviously, we know that the topic here is flat Earth versus uh, globe Earth, and excuse me. Um, I think people know that you believe in the flat Earth, and people probably don't know what I believe. But basically, I've always been a round Earth person, and,
Sphere.
I've been uh, or a sphere, globe Earth.
Well, there's two different things, really. A nickel or a
They are
quarter or
no,
anything
you're right.
is round, but a ball is a sphere, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I got to remember to
that's okay. I don't need. Yeah, I don't
use the
want to be bugged on
terms, but
something
yeah, but
stupid
you know what I
that
mean.
I
If
do.
I say round Earth,
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
do know
about
what you
the
mean,
globe
but
Earth.
yeah,
So
yeah,
uh,
that's just
so yeah,
my
so I've been
my
what's that?
Tourette's or what you want to call it kicks in sometimes, and I do weird things like that.
Yeah. No, that's all right. Uh, so yeah, so around probably 8 years ago for me when I uh, started learning about the Mandela effect, I um, also got exposed to uh, the flat Earth videos in the community, and I've always found it very interesting, but I haven't really come across any kind of hardcore evidence that could convince me of one way or another. But then I
It's all
started looking
around.
at globe Earth, and
I don't know.
there's not a whole lot. So give me some examples then of uh, like what's some hardcore, like what's your number one hardcore proof uh, that the Earth is flat?
The water. Main thing is water. Water never on the surface is never curved. It's always flat. That's why it's used in levels to build things flat, right?
Right? But people would say that the Earth is just so big that like if you're like a tiny little ant on a basketball, you're not going to see the curve of that basketball because it's so much bigger than you are. You know what I mean?
But okay, back to that. Now there's a limit to that. It's the curvature rate that has been done by the globe Earth people is 8 inches per mile squared. So it's not too big to see. You can see 8 inches per mile squared if it was there.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I seen a video one time. I can't remember what it was called. It said something about uh, flat earther debunked or globe earther debunked. I can't remember which one, but it was a guy who was out on the beach, and he had this like real high powered telescope or whatever, and he had sent some buddies out in a boat, and he figured, I think they used that calculation that you were just talking about to so they should be able to see up to like 17.5 miles or whatever before it started before the boat started disappearing or whatever. um and so they measured that, and then they went up to the hotel that was right behind them and got up on like the 17th floor or something and set up their telescopes uh, up there exactly the same way. Uh, but I can't remember what it ended up uh, which way it went. But I see that, and I think your point about the water on a spinning ball is kind of hard to believe as well. But
Yeah.
you
Well, you
know,
mean the
apparently
water on
science
the
has
spinning ball is hard to believe itself, right? Yeah.
right.
I so
But
you
I mean,
yeah, you're
but if
agreeing, right? Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, but gravity is true, then that's the explanation is that the gravity is holding it on all to the uh, to the surface of the ball, and the gravity is coming from the center of the Earth.
Ah,
Um,
gravity.
you know what I mean? So uh,
I got more for
You
gravity.
you don't believe in gravity?
Hell no. It's not needed on a flat Earth. That's the whole thing. The gravity is just made up to hold all the lies together. Because without gravity,
Okay. So
all the
so
globe
yeah,
Earth stuff
right.
falls apart.
So then what is the force that uh that holds us to the earth,
We're not
keeps us
okay,
from,
but
just floating away on the flat earth, assuming, you know what I mean?
yeah, I know. I'll get to that. Okay, you know how apparently your ball is spinning, and
Uh-huh.
if it's spinning, it's going to spin you off of it, right? And that's why you need gravity to hold you down from your spinning ball.
All right.
It's not there. It's not. We're not a spinning ball, so there is no force trying to spin you off. So gravity is not needed on the flat Earth because it's just here. You get my gist?
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see, like just standing on a flat like a flat surface, it's not spinning.
Oh, oh,
So
oh,
then
oh. P.S.
are we
Can
stationary?
Is it
Do you think that
possible?
the earth is
Oh yeah,
stationary?
we're not moving nowhere. It says that in the Bible several times.
Okay.
Roy Russ wants the link. Can you send him a link by chance?
Yeah, if he wants to send me an email, uh and then
Yeah,
I can just email him back the link.
yeah. I
Yeah,
seen Roy Russ said
let me put
in
my
the
email
chat
in the
there. In the chat, he said, "Send
yeah.
me the link." That's why I seen that. I go, "Yeah, I could use some help on here." I don't, yeah. I think I'm doing okay, but
Yeah, you're doing
help
fine.
helps.
Um,
Help helps.
but hey, you know what we forgot to do is we forgot to say hi to the chat. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and
Hi,
then we'll
chat.
get back into it. And so we had
Hi,
Boston
chat.
Ray was the first in, and then Honorable Hunter, 150% tariffs for everyone. Oh, Biden, he's got a
I
new one.
wish I
Uh,
wish Boston
but
could join us.
yeah, he said he was out. I think. And we got pushing buttons, 62, Stinky N, Noel, Tiniest Squish, Sarah Pagey, uh, Jackie McCarran, Splatter 420, Bit of Venom, Jackie Ryrus, and Boston Ray's back. Julie is here. Uh,
Oh, we got propagate now.
Propagate showed up. Rebecca 345.
Oh
Hey,
my!
Rebecca.
The
Uh,
more people popping in the chat is just making me more and more.
uh,
I
oh, it means you
know.
got some fans.
I know I do. Yeah, I know from Sandy's show,
Mhm.
but that's what my partner. I got a partner. It's better. I can bounce off from it by myself. I'm freaking out.
All right. I think that's everyone. So yeah, we're just waiting for Rye just to send me an email, and I will send him back the link, and then he can join us.
Yes.
So so where were we? What
Where were we? Oh, you were doing the gravity thing, weren't you?
all right, yeah. So the gravity. So yeah. Oh,
Gravity.
that's what I was going to ask. Is so then, what do you think? Like the sun and the moon are they moving around us, or is that like
Yes.
how do you explain?
Oh, yeah, just like the
Uh,
Bible says. Wish I had the Bible verse ready to go, but but yeah, the sun and the sky, the sun and the moon and the stars move around us. They tell us what season it is, what time it is, what year. Well, I don't know what year, but they tell us a whole bunch of stuff because they're always there. They would change. They never change. They just repeat each other. They just repeat itself year after year.
huh. Looks like
Yeah, I was talking to someone else the other day
Rye's
about
here.
oh, right on the constellations. How the constellations never change. And then he said, "Well, yeah, they change it. Oh, yeah, I know they repeat themselves every year, but they don't change, dude.
All right.
You still see
Let's
the
say that.
same ones, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's say hi to Russ real quick. How's it
Yes.
going, buddy?
Bye bye.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? The sun, the moon, the stars.
What's up? What's up, future legends?
Yeah, I seen
Thank you.
something here a minute ago. I lost it.
So, what was the Bible verse you were talking about that there was saying that about the sun and the moon?
Yeah, it was
Do you
one I
remember
just
which
had
one?
here a minute ago. It's about how God made the sun stand still in the sky and it didn't move. So,
Oh yeah, I sort of remember that.
and I had that one open and then I bounced off it in here and I was going to show it and of course, it disappeared.
All right. Well, while you're trying to find that again, what's your take on this, Russ? You want to give us a little overview on why you think what's your number one proof that you
My
could?
number one proof.
Mhm.
Okay, good question. All right, my number one proof is airplanes.
Okay.
So airplanes they never deviate from
Are you breaking up?
they never deviate so when an airplane is flying level, they never deviate from level.
Hmm. So they
Right.
don't account for the curvature of the Earth when they're flying.
Right. And I just recently talked to a pilot
Click on it.
about this, and he was like, "Yeah, we don't deviate from level." Yeah, he said the same thing when I talked to a pilot just recently.
Yeah. And the
That's
horizon's
interesting.
always flat in front of him. And he can see for miles. The horizon never curves down, so you have to look down toward it, right?
Shout out to Jackie.
Oh yeah, it looks like we got 4 Jacks just joined us. So that's interesting because I mean I've I went on a cruise a couple years ago, and we were out in the middle of the ocean, and it was nothing but miles of just water all around that we could see, and I don't particularly remember seeing any kind of curvature or anything, for in every direction I looked. So
Yeah, so it's the law of water. Water always lies flat on its surface. You can't help it. It just does it.
we lost Russ.
Oh
Hopefully he'll come
no.
back. Yeah,
Oh
he'll
yes,
be back, I'm sure.
Joshua. It's Joshua 10 to 12 to 14.
Oh, imagine that. Joshua 10.
Oh, you're Josh. Oh yeah, it didn't click until yeah.
Joshua 10, 12 through 14.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at what I got to learn these buttons. I'm not used to being in control of the show. I'm used to being on the being a guest.
Exactly. I guess we're both doing something new tonight. Yeah, I'm not used to being a guest on a show.
Yeah, right. All right. So Joshua 10, 12 through 14 says, "On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord in the presence of Israel, Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and you, moon, over the valley of Alehan. So the sun stood still and the moon stopped till the nations engaged itself on its enemies.
See, how could that happen if the sun's 93 million miles away?
Yeah. Or why couldn't he just told the Earth to stop and
Because the Earth's not going nowhere.
stop spinning? Why not? Well,
Other verses it says the Earth is put on foundations never to be moved.
yeah. So, okay, so I got another one. So before the show, I was looking up just to play devil's advocate here,
Right.
looking up some the flat Earth debunking, and one of the things was saying that we wouldn't be able to have like the lunar eclipses because a lunar eclipse is casting the shadow from the Earth onto the moon, and if we weren't
Yeah,
if it was a flat Earth, then that wouldn't work. Do you have something for that one?
and that's a harder one to explain, especially for someone that's I don't know. I just know that we're told that there's other luminaries there that we don't know of and aren't known that we don't see. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
black
Well, I mean,
hole type
yeah.
thing, but there's luminaries that that are up there that'll do that. And it does that for the lunar eclipse. It has a name too. I can't remember the name of the actual luminary, but there is a name to it. I wasn't prepared for this question.
Oh.
I should have been. But yeah, it has a name, Maroon or Maroon. No, that's Maroon. That's the excuse me. That's the Mount Meru I'm thinking about, North Pole. Narubi or something like that is its
Oh,
name.
yeah. The lost planet. Or
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you know about it. There you
I
go.
do. Yeah. My buddy told me about that
Oh,
years
great,
and years ago.
great,
Yeah.
great, great. So I'm not totally alone here. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's about the only way that I can explain it without explaining it. How the lunar eclipse works on a flat Earth is there's other things up there that we don't see or know about that aren't taught.
Yeah.
Does that
Well, I
answer the
mean,
question?
I guess if you think about it, uh, like I don't see why a lunar eclipse wouldn't work, um, on a flat Earth. If if it's a round flat Earth, you know what I mean? Uh, because it's still going to cast a round shadow. And if the
Yeah,
sun's on one side and the moon's on the other,
yeah, but they're in the
uh,
firmament too, right? So they're not like millions of miles away, like Wilbur's are taught.
okay. So explain to me the firmament. That was another question that I forgot to write down. But what is the firmament? I mean, like I kind of know, I hear that term used all the time, but I've never actually looked up an actual definition or uh, what is the firmament? According to the Bible or the science or whatever, in your opinion,
It's a
can you explain
barrier.
to me a little bit about what
Again, I should have a
kind of like a
Bible.
dome?
Yeah, yeah, I should have my Bible open for this here, actually, because it mentions that, of course, in the beginning of the Bible. If we put it's to divide the waters from the waters, and
And so,
that's
what
where
do you
all the
think's on the other
luminaries
side of the
are
firmament?
fixed. It just, uh, as it appears, the sun and moon and the stars are fixed and wandering. All revolve around a flat Earth, which is a stationary, immovable center of the cosmology. I just read a meme thing that shows the firmament in the sky.
Huh. So, were you were you on that last. Well, yeah, you came on. Had you come on yet? On that last live that we did with Sandy and Mr. Super, that you came in on the end, where we were looking at those pictures, and Mr. Super was saying there was like we stopped on one picture, and basically there was the flat Earth, and then there was underneath it, and it had the little diagram with the arrows going into the center or going underneath. Do you know what I'm talking about? I wish I could find that picture again.
I think so.
Is that kind of a model that you're like? Does that look like something that you know what I mean? Yeah,
It's hard to.
I wish I
I
could
don't.
find. I wish I could find the picture.
Yeah,
I,
I know.
I
I'm
bookmarked it.
I'm lost. But yeah, I could just show videos and memes and clips, and that's about all I got at the moment. I was not prepared for
Okay,
this.
here. I
I
think
should have been. It's not like I didn't know what's
I did.
coming. I'm sorry.
I know. We were kind of
And what happened to Ross? Where'd he go?
I don't know. We lost him, but yeah, he's welcome to come back. All right. So this picture right here. Can you see the screen?
Yeah. Oh, okay, that one. Yeah.
Yep. Is that? Uh,
Well, yeah, that's another like depiction of it for sure.
yeah. Do you know? Are you familiar with this? Because it seemed like there was a bunch of similar ones to this, uh, and
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Super
there's
was explaining
tons.
it.
Yeah, there's absolutely a whole bunch of them. It's all from different people from the past that this is what they knew the Earth was, right? That's an
Yeah.
odd picture. That one, I like it, but it's odd. Like it's
Yeah. Let's see if we can
we're
find another one here.
it's like the whole world's a treehouse in that picture. Like
Yeah. Right.
okay,
A tree underneath and a tree on top. Uh, like if you see one that looks like oh yeah, see there's that same one again. Uh, and this page was sent to me by Heart Earth, so
oh okay,
thanks Heart Earth.
yeah, horror's good. Yeah,
Yeah, I like them. They got a lot of good.
yeah, I know they can explain it. They can pop things up and say this, that, the other thing. But you and I, we get on there. We're gonna stutter. Well, at least me, and I'm speaking for myself, and you know,
All
they
right,
all look good. Yeah,
all
but
right.
like,
Well, let's see what you got. You got your stuff up ready.
yeah, I got something ready there. Yeah.
All right. So what are we looking at here?
Well, yeah, according to people, you can only see so far and see like 3 miles, like it shows here, and then you see the ship going over the curvature. But that's still living on a toilet roll Earth, right? Because they're not talking about the left or right; they're just talking straight in front of you. That's the problem with the ship
Yeah.
going over the ocean meme thing. Because what about the left and right? I mean, like that's just straight in front.
So it says when the Earth's curve is 3 miles in front of you, think about that,
Yeah.
and 3 miles behind you.
What are you in? You in a bum here?
so, so yeah, so why is it that like when you see a ship sailing away, it looks like you you don't see the and when it gets super far away, you see it disappearing. Uh, the bottom of it goes first, and then but you can
Yeah,
still
it's the
see the
same as
sails at the
on
top.
land. It's the same anywhere because that's just your. It's just the way you see things. It's just perception, you know.
Well, right, but I mean, if you were on land and you were on a big flat, uh, a big flat piece of land or whatever, like, and you start walking away in like a boat with or a car with a big sail on it or whatever, like I wouldn't think that the car would disappear first, and then then the sail would start disappearing as what I mean. It would just shrink down to where it would just all disappear uh,
Okay, here you go.
at once.
There's a ship being looked at through a scope 10 miles away. It took away that curvature that was just there at 3 miles. Now it's 10 miles away. You can still see even the bottom of the boat.
At only 10 miles away, the target would be less. It would be 66.6 feet below the curvature of the Earth. Of course, there was that 666 again that you were talking
Exactly.
about
That's
earlier.
that proves the globe is just Satan's deception. Everything on it is equals out to 666 some way or another.
Mm.
You look at
And so,
the tilt, right? The tilt is 23 something, but then you look at the other side, it's 66 again.
the tilt of what?
The Earth, the apparent tilt.
Oh, the tilt of the Earth.
Yeah, it works out to 66.6 again.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just so much.
I don't know why. Like, what do you think that the purpose of this deception is for for teaching us for thousands of years that the Earth is round? Like, do you think there's uh a reason behind it, or the devil's just doing it for fun, or like what? Uh,
Oh, it's just trying to
like,
hide
or
God, of
is it?
course. Because if we're in a speck of dust floating through an endless universe, where how could God pay attention to that little tiny piece of dust? And what about the rest of it, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just
Well,
have a hard time, wrapping my head around that, because I was indoctrinated,
oh,
from the
everybody
time,
was, but
first
yeah,
18, 19 years of my life, not even just with, globe Earth, but just in the church, for years and years, and and I think it was, I personally think that the church that I went to, from my middle school years to high school years, was more of a cult than it was a church. And there was a lot of brainwashing. So whenever we asked questions like that, they would shut us down and just be like, God's all knowing, God's all He cares about every, they would just give us like some base answers. So we never got any kind of answers like that if we ever challenged anybody in school. So uh,
yeah.
I guess that's why I'm doing it now. But
I'm trying. Well,
and so what
and I
what
got
is
these
this that
things
we're looking
taught
at?
me out, I guess, right? Yeah. You can see the sun is right here. You can see the crepuscular rays coming through the clouds.
Right. And so, you're saying because you can see the rays through the clouds that that the sun is closer than what they're telling us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can see that for yourself there in that picture, can't you?
Yeah, I can see. Well, there were we looked at a picture the other night that was even more convincing than that, because it showed clouds in front of the sun, and then it showed clouds behind the sun.
Right.
And
Yeah,
so
I think I
yeah,
got
if
that picture here somewhere too.
so if the sun was 93 million miles away, uh, why would we see clouds behind the sun 93 million? And that'd have to be a whole lot of clouds, if the sun's as big as they say it is too. So
Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, and that's the other point. If the sun is they say it's 1,400,000 times the size of Earth. Yet we see the same stars and constellations every night. I mean, like we're on the other side of that thing for 6 months. Wouldn't we see something different? I mean, like really.
yeah. And so then the top picture is showing flat Earth with the is that the ice, is that supposed to be like the ice wall
Yeah.
around that's containing the water?
It's a bit exaggerated in size, but yeah.
Interesting. Oh, you might want to go full screen or
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
messenger
that's fine.
popped up. Oh, but that you can't scroll
No,
through the
no,
pictures.
I can. I think I can't. I can go this. Here we go. Well, there's one of the SpaceX things. I guess it landed in the water and it caught by an actual fisherman. Meantime, there's telling people
What is it?
what? It's one of those
What are we
SpaceX
looking at
things.
here?
Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
self-landing SpaceX capsules. That's supposed to. Well, this is floating in the water over here. They're showing footage of it landing nicely on a pad somewhere. But this is the reality. It
Oh, right.
actually landed in the water. But then they show the CGI
It just
footage of it.
landed.
Oh, look at this landing perfectly on its own axis. Look at it coming down. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I got you. I've seen the videos of it landing. Like all perfectly on that little tiny pad out in the middle
Yeah,
of the ocean.
but then this guy caught it like here it is here. Hello.
That's funny.
Well, this helps. I guess I just click through here and we can see what happens, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's kind of funny. That's supposed to be upside down, I guess. Yeah.
What is that the? Oh, is that the space station? Yeah.
Well, they want to build another one, I guess. Spend more money, waste more money. They could, man. How many homeless people could they feed with the money they waste on NASA?
Yeah.
Going nowhere for hundreds of years or more, decades. I don't.
Mm, mm. Yeah,
Craziness.
we let we let Russ in. He came in and then he popped out. But yeah, you're welcome to come back. I
Yeah,
see
Russ,
him in the chat.
you would
Uh,
help. I mean, come on back. Come on back.
yeah, you still got the link.
Why'd you
Yeah,
leave?
feel free to come back in. Uh,
You're gonna be stranded.
so do we have? Was there anybody in the chat had any questions?
Well, with distance, I mean, you can tell by distance. You can see way too far. Oh yeah, that's a good. Oops. Oh, we'll go back to that one. I like that one. Oh, then there. Look at that view. Like you can see way too far, and it's still flat.
Yeah, and that's from airplane,
Yeah, but spheres do
or
not
like a
have
weather
straight
balloon or something.
edges. Exactly. How many flat lines do you see on a sphere? You don't. Yeah, that's just an airplane. Like you can go higher up too. Like yeah. But I like this one. These fakers on the so-called space station here, like they're just like hanging off, like at that speed. And there's an actual person trying to hang on at 100. Look
Mm,
at the difference. Can you see the difference?
yeah,
What happened
it's,
to
I
Ryros?
need
He's
to.
not going to come back. He loves guys, but oh, that doesn't sound good. Love guys. Maybe we don't want Ryros on if he loves guys. I'm sorry.
I think he meant to put a U in there. Uh,
I know, I know. My humor goes nuts when I'm nervous. Nervous.
yeah. Well, yeah. There's nothing to be nervous about. We're just talking. I'm trying to learn. Like I'm a complete uh newbie when it comes to uh learning about flat Earth. I've been hearing about it and people talk about it, but uh like I've just had so many other rabbit holes uh
Yeah, well, that's me. Like, yeah,
that I've
that's
been digging into that it just kind of got put on the back burner. But
like you said, Earth's too big to see the curvature, but you can see boats go over it.
yeah, I mean I can't, like honestly, every time I've been in, dozens and dozens of planes over my life, and looking out the window,
Yeah.
I don't ever really, I can't ever see curvature, even at 30,000 feet. You would think you'd be able to see, uh, but yeah, I don't. So yeah, so I don't know. It's it's completely baffles me, but like I've always just like I said, I was taught the round or globe Earth theory, and
Oh yeah, that's
like
because they wanted.
it's
Yeah,
taken me like 15, 20 years just to get out of the mindset of what what I was taught all growing up as a kid, and realizing
yeah,
that
yeah.
you know
I've
I was
always,
sheltered and I wasn't told a whole lot of stuff.
even in
Huh?
school, which I avoided most of the time. I skipped out a lot because I didn't want to be indoctrinated. I guess knowing now, but back then I didn't know why I was skipping. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out that I forgot what I was saying. Something about my title. There's something about what I have on screen. Um, yeah, I remember. Oh, yes, it
Don't
was
think people are
gravity.
under mind control.
Yeah, they're trying to tell me that
What's that?
this ball this spins and it creates gravity by spinning, and I just that pushed me away. As soon as they started putting me on that bullshit on me, that it pushed me away and made me just more of a free thinker. And like, no, that's not. It can't be. I never
Yeah.
believed
Well,
in
I
their
was looking.
theory of gravity.
Yeah, I was looking at something tonight here before the show, and I was thinking it was saying that that gravity debunks the flat Earth because um, it's caused by the electromagnet like the center of the Earth creates an electromagnetic energy that then whereas if the Earth was flat, then there wouldn't be that core to create that energy for gravity. But it was just it sounded like it was kind of they were just like talking in circles, like
Exactly, gravity is a theory that cannot be proven.
right. I guess that's why it's called a theory.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh,
Well, this helps, I guess, just going along this. Yeah, all of these. Yeah, there's your
so flight,
airplane.
right? There's the airplane surveying, kind of is kind of a similar thing. Surveying, would take
Yeah, exactly. If we're traveling through space endlessly at 666.6 thousand miles an hour or whatever, how do we still see the same constellations and we can still navigate by them at sea and they don't change?
yeah, right. That kind of makes sense because in, in order for
Well,
us to be able to still see the same see all those constellations, then they'd have to be moving, you know, as
with us or whatever. Yeah.
like we would all be having to travel through the universe all at the same speed. Uh, I take it you don't believe in like outer space either.
No.
Like I know you don't
No.
believe in NASA, uh, and
No.
like
I know. I do. I
I'm
believe NASA, but I think
I'm
they're just
totally with
wasting
you on
money.
that.
Yeah.
But
NASA is just
but
they get paid
just
for CGI. That's it. They have nothing real. Everything to do with NASA
and so
is
I don't know.
fake.
Yeah. So I don't remember if I got your answer on what you believe is outside the firmament, because you were saying that there's the firmament, and then I
Outside
asked
would be more water.
what do you think on,
Uh, Water.
and is it and what's it contained by?
I have no idea. What outside the firmament, I don't know. But all I know is it says in the Bible that the firmament is there to separate the waters from the waters, or from the
Right.
waters from the land. Yeah, you know what I mean. And now you get them all mixed up.
Yeah. The water separate the waters from above and the waters below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
then
and
we're
yeah,
not we're not meant to know what's beyond the firmament, basically. It's just that's God's firmament. That's God's place.
hmm,
And there we are. There's a picture from like that's probably for like 25, 30 miles up in the air, 100 and some odd thousand feet, and look, there's still no curve.
interesting. And so
Yep.
I mean that's kind of a close up picture.
Oh, there
I
you
mean
go.
not close up, but
There's your
uh
picture.
oh yeah, I think I've seen that picture. That was I think that was in
Yeah,
I
that's
think that was the one we were looking at the other
yeah. How can
night.
there be the horizon
Uh,
behind the sun? Yeah, if the sun wasn't local, right?
yeah, right. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's closer than 93 million miles. Mm.
Yep. And that's more than 6 miles, noise. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's like 25 miles, 120,000 feet. There we are again. See, yeah, see, 100,000 feet right there.
NASA at 100,000 feet. So I mean, it looks like there's a bit of a curve on that top picture.
Yeah, because they added into it.
Oh, mm,
That's the same footage, only an actual person that's not trying to lie to people, and the top one is people that are trying to lie to everybody. Yeah.
so
Go
what do you
back.
say when like so do you think that
Oh, here you
the
are.
pictures like from the space station where you see the entire Earth and it's showing around, uh, it's showing the entire picture of the Earth. You think those are
Fake.
CGI'd or,
Oh, yeah,
uh,
totally. Everything NASA does
yeah,
is CGI or fake or filmed in a pool or faked one way or another.
mhm, yeah, or yeah, on some sort of movie set.
Yep.
Yeah, I do believe that that there was something really sus about the about the moon landing. Oh, Boston's here. Oh, then he just left.
Ah. Oh, I mean, he'll be back then. If he's
Yeah,
trying.
he'll be back. He just popped in for a quick second and then
Oh, good. That means he's trying to come in. Oh, I wish.
yeah.
Make the show much better. I'm doing okay, and we're doing
Yeah.
okay, I think.
Yeah, you're doing great. Mm,
See, we got. I'm still on the dome here type thing, luckily. So here it is here in different language and everything else. Everybody knew it was the Indicas, the Inca, the
mhm.
Norris, Navajo. Man, everybody knew until NASA come along and said, "No, no, no, get out." I think this is Spain with. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Says the Earth makes a full rotation every 24 hours. Therefore, it will face the same direction at 12 p.m. no matter where it is in its revolution around the sun. After 6 months, day would be night and night would be day. But we do not observe this. Therefore, it is impossible for the Earth to revolve around the sun.
exactly. And plus, we see different constellations. If the sun was like that big, it's all lies. I mean, it's just once you get your eyes
Yeah.
open to it, it's just obvious. Like it's crazy. All these things that
Yeah.
they
See, that
just
one
like
doesn't.
discount.
That one. See, that one doesn't quite make sense to me because it says the Earth makes a full rotation every 24 hours. Therefore, it would face the same direction at 12 p.m. no matter where it is in its revolution around the sun. Okay. And after 6 months, day would be night. See, I guess that's the part I don't understand. After 6 months, day would be night and night would be day.
Yeah, the sun is supposed to be
Oh,
400.
because it would be
I
on
mean,
it.
1,400,000 times the
I,
size of Earth.
I
That's
get
what it's
it.
supposed to be, right? Like I was saying, you see different constellations too if we're on something that big on the other side of it. I mean, it's just obvious, but it always doesn't happen. So that just proves more of their BS.
Yeah. Hello, Scott Level Realm. Looks like he just joined us. Thanks for stopping
And that
by.
one too.
And Bray, mm, if you're still hearing us, try to hop back in if you can.
Yeah, please. We're doing okay, but it'd be better with somebody else on here. I mean, um, all the more waterproof here. How the sun goes from there, and you can see it all the way across the flat water. That would not happen on a globe,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that. Like once it gets below the horizon, then it wouldn't see. But I mean, if it's above the horizon, I would think that it would still reflect on the water up
All the
until.
way along on a ball. It's a flat line from here to here.
Well, right. I mean, it looks like a flat line just because we're so small,
Here we go again.
compared to the Earth, huh? I'm just saying, like if you're like I said earlier, like if you put an ant on a basketball or an ant
I know,
on
but
something
yeah,
even bigger than that,
I know, but
you
then we
know,
go back to
the
the
con-
8 inches per mile squared. See,
and so
you
where did
can't have it
that
both
come
ways.
from? Yeah. So
That,
where
that
did that calculation come
that's a
from?
globe Earth calculation. How big the Earth actually is, or they say it is. It equals out to 8 inches per mile
Okay.
squared. I mean, that's where I got it from. I got it from the globe people. I didn't make it up.
Okay. No, I wasn't saying you were making it up. I was just curious as to where. Uh, so yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean, that's even better for your case if you can use their calculations to prove them wrong. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
That you know that shows better for your point. So during a total solar eclipse, okay, that's what we were talking about before. We observe a blackout effect over the sun. Why don't we witness the moon approach, eclipse, and then exit the sun?
That's right.
It's possible we are looking at a separate celestial body. Oh, and the solar eclipse, yeah. I thought I thought in a solar eclipse that you did see that
Yeah, that's confusing, isn't it? I thought the same thing. Anyway, move
because
on.
yeah, we just had that solar eclipse that uh
Yeah, it's the lunar ones. You don't see nothing go in front of it. You just all of a sudden it just goes black, and you see the eclipse, and all of a sudden it goes away. But
well, right,
you never
because
see anything.
because with the lunar eclipse, it's the shadow that's going over the moon. It's the Earth's shadow that's covering the moon.
So,
Whereas,
so they say.
uh, well, right, yeah, what they say. Whereas as a solar eclipse, I think the moon is actually passing in between the Earth and the sun, and that's what's blocking it. So it's the moon. The moon's blocking the solar eclipse, and the Earth's shadow is blocking the lunar eclipse. I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will let me know in the chat. Uh,
Yeah, we have a friendly chat. At least I'm glad. Yeah,
yeah, no, yeah, the chat's been great.
it's like
Uh,
the chat's like family. I like that because I've been around for a little while now. Everybody gets to know me.
yeah, right. I recognize everybody
Every
in
name
here.
in there. I know, me too. I'm looking through this chat. I know every name in here, but it's just why I'm talking now about a subject that I'm in true to my heart, but yet I'm all freaked out and nervous and stuttery and
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that I've found a couple of new channels just thanks to starting the show and talking to people and getting new links uh, and so I go into these other a lot of other chats and like I see a lot of these same names. They're all over the place. They're in lots of chats and uh, they're all just as friendly over there. So yeah, I think
yeah, yeah. And we're
yeah,
just
I think
winging
we
this
we got some
anyway. And
good people.
luckily I got all these. memes and stuff to keep us going, right? And that it helps
Mhm.
because it
Yeah,
puts
well,
it
if you
right
want,
there.
I can get some memes too.
Yeah.
I found a few funny memes, for supporting and globe Earth.
Well,
Uh,
trying to support it anyway, but I bet you I got something to debunk it.
oh, see, I wish I would have had more time. I just had such a busy day today, and
Yeah, I
just the
know. I
weekend.
know, both
I
of us.
didn't.
Yeah, I know. But look at this. See?
Yeah, how can the ground Earth curve down 21,138 feet into a ball and always rise to eye level?
Right?
Yeah,
You couldn't get
interesting.
a picture like 178 miles away on a ball that's apparently 8 inches per mile squared.
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like look up. So what is it? 8.5 inches?
So 8 inches per
Oh, eight
mile
inches
and squared because it's a ball, right? It's apparently.
squared, and that's basically,
What depends on your elevation?
yeah, right.
I mean, if the horizon is always at your eye level at whatever elevation you're at, wouldn't it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't depend on elevation at all. Sorry.
Huh. Yeah, I think that might have been what they were kind of trying to prove in that video I was talking about earlier, where they were on the beach, so they were at sea level,
Right.
and uh, they got the boat out to the point where the where the very tip of the sail was just barely over, just right at the top. They could just barely see the tip of the sail at the end of the horizon, out in the ocean, and then they went up to the 17th floor of the hotel and set up. And I think they said they could see more, like, instead of just seeing the very top, they could actually see, like, half the sail or something,
From the
uh,
hotel room higher up?
from the hotel room higher up.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. But still, I mean, see, if it was ball curving away, that would never happen. They would stay out of your vision, even no matter what, if it was on a ball, because they're behind the curve.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah. I kinda, get what you're saying, but it's just, yeah,
It's
it's,
easy. I mean, well, not as easy, but if you pick up like a basketball, and hold it in one direction and try to look at, and you put a dot on the other side and see if you can see that. Even a little stick figure dude, you know what I mean? You couldn't see
yeah,
him on the other side of that ball, or even down curved away a little bit. You might see his head.
yeah, right, so, but, yeah, if you put him at the top of the ball, the top of the basketball, and you're looking at him straight on, and then you start spinning the basketball away, he's you you're gonna end up, yeah, he's gonna start disappearing slowly from the bottom up, like, you know what I mean? Like, his feet will disappear first, and then his knees, and then his waist, and, uh, y
Here we are.
to mm, oh, see, I'm convinced. That's the best proof you got right there. Mm, it's
Well,
a pretty
it's a
picture.
good picture. It really
Yeah, it's an
is.
awesome picture. Uh,
You got the line coming from the sun all the way to you, to your toes, and you got a perfectly flat line going across the water, and you can see that the sun is, like, just right there, and yeah. Anyway.
mm, yeah, well, I think that, yeah, I think the argument you're gonna get about seeing the flat line on the water or whatever, uh, from globies are that, is that, the Earth is just so much more massive in comparison to the size of us.
Yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
then exactly. Then they contradict themselves over and over and over again. There's your NASA. There's your space station.
Oh yeah. Oh nice. Is that a real picture or is that?
That's real. Yeah, that's where they film. That's where they do all their stuff. Is in that pool. That's where your space station is. It's not out in space. It's all there. It's in the pool.
So that just makes me wonder then why, like, what is it? What is NASA doing that is so secretive that that they would make up all this, all this shit for so long, and
It
like
just
like
makes
what would be the point of the
money.
whole story about them saying that um those people
Money.
got stranded up on the space station for 8 months?
Just to keep
You know
people
what I mean? Like, why
intrigued,
would they?
to keep people interested, and otherwise it just totally fades out of view, and no one cares because what does it matter? So they
Yeah,
have to do something every once in a while, like the Apollo 13 mission. We have a problem. They made that up because people were losing interest in watching the moon landings. The
yeah, right.
ratings were fading
Uh,
on the TV. Doing people, people were losing interest. So they
and
got to
so
keep doing something like
you
this to keep people's interest. Otherwise, people are just
yeah.
going to forget about it and like not care because it's not really there.
$51 million a day to disprove God to
There
stay
you go.
newsworthy, is what Hard Earth says. Yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly. That's I was getting to that too. Why? It's for money. They line the pockets of certain people and keep lining the pockets of certain people, and that's just the way it is.
yeah. Well, I don't doubt that there's a lot of corruption with money in the government. Uh,
And yeah, and that one there. Hey, why is the Earth so small? Wouldn't the Earth like be like most of the horizon there because the Earth is like so much bigger than the moon?
yeah, yeah. I've kind of wondered about that picture. Like I've seen that argument pop up recently too, where uh,
Yeah, that's a giveaway. That's a big giveaway right there. That they're faking.
right, because the pictures that we take of the moon were the same distance away as they are from taking the supposed pictures from the Earth,
Yeah,
or
Sandy
from the
had that
moon.
good picture. Remember that one that Sandy made? Like she showed what the Earth should actually look like if you're looking
Right.
from the moon.
Yeah, I think that's probably the picture I was thinking of. But yeah, yeah,
I wish I could
I think
find
the Earth
that
should
picture.
definitely look way bigger.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I mean, it could just be perspective again. Because like
No, I
they were
don't
actually
think
if they were
so.
actually on the moon, huh? Well, I mean, obviously, if you're standing on uh, the moon is going to look bigger to you than the Earth is going to be because it's right there. You know what I mean? It's right underneath your feet, so it's clearly going to look bigger. Because the Earth
I want
is
to.
I don't know how many thousands of miles away. Um, but yeah, but I mean, I agree. It totally looks smaller than it should be than it should look. Uh,
Uh huh. Where's that? Wonder if I could find that one that Sandy drew or has.
mm,
Where was it be?
no, Noise Guru says that they've reached out to Elon to send you up. Will you go? I'm not sure who they
Uh,
were who they're talking to, uh, but I would probably go if
just for
Elon
the free trip
called
to
me and
Florida.
just just well, yeah. Well, yeah, then yeah, free trip to Florida, visit my mom while I'm there, take a quick trip to the moon. But I mean, I would be interested in doing it just to see for myself, uh, if it really is, mm, what they say it is.
Yeah. Any satellite that is up there is on a balloon, like that China one they showed going across. That one lost its elevation somehow. That's why NASA is the high the They use more helium than anyone else.
Use more helium.
Yeah. Yeah, look up helium in NASA. You'll see like how NASA uses like more helium than anyone else in the whole world. And even the rockets are I'm sure they're just fake balloons filled with helium. That's why they take off so slow. They're not like a real rocket.
Yeah.
Any other rocket, a small rocket, amateur rocket, they all go when they take off, boom, they're going speed like right now. But the ones that take off from NASA, they go up so slow. Do 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 do.
Yeah. Yeah. Bit of Venom agrees. Says on the photo of NASA, on the photo from NASA of the moon, Earth looks small. You can see it. You can see the edit in it.
Oh yeah, the moon should be like the Earth should be like huge. Like like I said, I wish I could find that picture from Sandy. She has
Yeah.
it
If
more
you
depicted the
yeah,
way
if
it
you
should
find it.
actually look. Yeah. Maybe you can find it and put it up. Is that possible?
Mm, yeah, I wouldn't know where to look. Like I don't remember where she put it. I thought she was just showing it in one of her videos. So I am
I
not
know. I thought
sure.
it was. I thought that she put it in one of the Facebook things. I'll have a look again. I'll have a look.
Oh, right. Well, we got so many chats. I don't know which one she would have even put it in. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to find that on the. So I wonder if there's anybody in the chat that. So like, I actually we should just take a show of hands, uh, in the chat just out of curiosity, because if you believe in the flat Earth, put in flat, and if you believe in the globe Earth, put in globe. Just to just because I'm curious. I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of flat Earth people
I
in
found it.
here. So, oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah. Now how can I show it over there though?
Um, well, you might have to just stop sharing and then uh,
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's it.
start sharing.
Yeah, yeah. And start
Uh,
sharing again.
but see,
Okay.
in mine, whenever I open up a new window or a new tab or whatever, I can just go to that tab, and up at the top it says right next to where it says stop sharing, it says share this tab instead. And all you gotta do is click on that, and it'll just automatically flip over, and you don't have to stop.
Oh, okay. We'll work on that another time. Right now, I got this free now. There we go.
All right. Yeah. So this is the one that the way the Earth should look,
Yeah,
or is
it's
this the
closer. I still
yeah
think it should be bigger,
closer?
even myself, but that's bigger than they have it. So that's I'll take it.
Yeah, right. Because the other one was yeah just a super tiny little Earth.
Yeah, which is totally crap because the moon is supposed to be only 1/4 the size of Earth or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So
Maybe
yeah,
even
so we're the
smaller.
bigger planet apparently. So yeah, we'd be bigger. We wouldn't be the same size as them from them, and that's just stupid.
So Sandy's getting ready for her show, Julie. Um, I think she was scheduled for 12 o'clock. Uh, I haven't gotten any update on uh, if she's going to be on time or. But we're actually yeah we're actually
Yeah, see.
getting close to. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks super tiny. I mean, that just doesn't even look right.
So that's where
Uh,
they blew it, where they really messed up the people at NASA. Like, when they tried to fool people, they made the Earth way too small. And anybody
uh,
with any brain
hey,
cells
Mr.
can look
Super's
at
here.
that like we are. you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Super says 1/6.
Okay, well, still,
I'm guessing the moon. I'm talking about the moon being 1/6 the
yeah,
size.
it'd be
Uh,
closer to that no matter what.
yeah. So it looks like we only got one answer so far in the chat, and that was Julie. She says flat.
Oh,
Kenra
good. Right
Kenraz
on.
says petri dish. So I'm guessing
Yeah,
that's a flat vote.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Because we're flat with edges. Exactly, a Patriot is flat with edges, right?
pushing buttons just put a flat line uh, for
Yeah.
answers. I'm guessing that's flat. So we got three flats. Uh,
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
yeah. Well, hey,
Uh,
by the end of the show, you might have made a convert.
I
Mhm.
have in real
Yeah.
life. I know I have. When I first started out, I was so into it. And I just so yeah, and I got a man and a man and wife. Yeah, I changed. I converted both of them. Yeah, I was talking to the wife. She was my friend, and she's just like, "Wow!" And then she comes back and says, "Me and my husband both we've sat and thought about what you said. And we both agree, and we're both like converted now." Like it was so cool to hear. Like, oh, nice, thank you. You think for yourself. I'm
Mhm.
not trying to like think for you like they try to do. Like NASA just wants to think for everybody. This is what we're supposed to think here. And you just like tell
Uh,
people to think for themselves. Look for it. Look up. And that helps.
yeah.
Don't take my word
Yeah.
for it.
Mr.
Look it
Super.
up yourself. Like, no.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah,
prove me
Mr.
wrong.
Super said flat-ish. Mm,
Well, yeah, there's bumps,
And
there's
tiny.
mountains, there's trees.
Yeah. And then Tiniest Squish said larger sphere than we are told. But then she said it was a two-part answer. As I'm looking for the other part, I missed it. Uh,
No, but it still doesn't
so yeah,
account for the level horizons, the flat water. No. And the
yeah, yeah,
high, high.
the spinning Earth with the water all attached to it is definitely a good point.
Well,
That
yeah.
kind of makes
And,
makes you think that we've been lied to. Mm,
exactly. And just think about it. Just think of the pressure to hold down all the millions of tons of ocean water from flying off. How the hell could we walk around? I mean, we'd be squished, right?
uh-huh. Oh, are you ready to?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to go again here. That's just more of the rocket, the fake rocket stuff. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So then I wonder how they what, have you seen any explanation as to why how they say that we have all this rain, like how it is up in the clouds and how it like why gravity doesn't because I mean we just had this torrential downpour of rain like an hour and a half
Exactly.
ago
Yeah,
here.
yeah. The point you're trying to make is like gravity, the way they say it is too selective to be real, right? It can let
Yeah,
clouds
well, yeah,
float
I mean
into
it just doesn't make sense to me that how all that water can, you know,
sit there.
be up in the clouds and yeah, just sit there and not like is it outside the firmament or is that the waters that's being separated that or I mean, you know what I
It's
mean?
yeah. See, exactly. Gravity is far too selective to be real. A little bug can fly up in the air without a problem. Yet it's supposed to be tolling down all the millions of tons of oceans. No, no. It's too selective. Sorry, that's my conclusion. Yeah, and there's a picture here of all the stars rotating around us from a camera that's set on a certain,
Oh
we
right.
don't
Yeah, I've seen
spin. If we were spinning like we were told, going this way, that way, and around, like that would be like a scribbled mess, like a 2-year-old, scribble, scribble, like that.
yeah, right. Yeah, I would think that yeah, that would be more.
How could we see that sky that I just showed there with this happening? It would never be.
All right.
I
Well, here, keep that
wish
up
I
for a
could
second.
find.
I'm gonna
What's that?
Hard Earth put a short in the chat from
Oh, it's probably good then.
your
Yeah.
channel.
I wonder if that'd be nice if it was a short I'm thinking of. I'd like to see that one. There's a guy that walks into this liquor store and he's trying to buy a beer and he's just falling all over the place. So this is what would happen if the world was actually spinning. It's so funny.
That's funny. All right, here let's play this here real quick and see what this
Yep.
is about.
Well, I'm sure it's good.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Yes, sirree, that's me, that's me. That's what I'm cracked up to be. I chop a hole and a tree. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Hi.
Hey, yes, sirree.
What?
Fly through the town so crazily.
What?
Leaving a hole in every tree. But I'm just a cool bird flying free. Guess who? Yep, that's me.
That's you.
I'm the best friend that a friend could be. Living life to the fullest, all can see. Imagine this world with no me.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, sirree, that's me, that's me.
Yes, sirree.
That's what I'm cracked up to be.
That's me.
Chop a hole and a tree. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Knock a knock knock.
Knock on wood.
Knock a knock knock.
Knock on wood.
Let's knock on wood. All my cool friends call me Woody. Sometimes serious.
That was good.
Yep.
So yeah, this is Hard Earth's channel. I've checked this out a couple times. There's a lot of interesting stuff on this one. So, huh?
I said you're
Yeah,
sub,
see,
but you don't have the bell on. It looks like, or do you?
Yeah, I think it automatically puts you on personalized, and I just always forget. Like I never thought about it before until recently. But yeah, so I've been doing that. And when I go back to channels, I look, and so the ones I want, I hit
Yeah, I'm always
click the
looking
all
because
button.
YouTube, I don't know, they unsub you sometimes from things. I always make sure I'm subbed. I hate being unsubbed by YouTube. It sucks.
Yeah, I haven't had that happen to me for a long time, but I did get unsubbed to the Tyler Zed channel. Was the only one that I can remember a couple of
Yeah,
times.
even one time is more than enough.
Yeah, right. Oh no, there was one other channel that I watched. Like I watched every single day. Like they put it, like they put a video up 9 o'clock in the morning, and so like I've watched it every day for like the last couple years, and every time I hit the like button, uh, and I swear they unsubbed me every single day. Like I went back every single day, and I looked, and I was unsubbed for like a week and a half straight. Like they just every single day I went back and resubbed, and then they unsubbed me, and eventually they stopped. But yeah, I don't know why they do that, because it wasn't even a controversial channel or anything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Weird.
So yeah, so the sun and the moon being the same size, I know that excuse from the globe Earth is that the sun is so many times further away, but it's the exact equation that it's that it's so far away. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, well, it's hard to
So like
explain
like
bullshit.
the moon. I'm just gonna make up these numbers. I don't know the
Yeah.
exact numbers, but I think 93 million miles away is how far the sun's supposed to be.
Right.
So it's obviously going to look smaller, and since the moon is smaller but it's closer, it looks the same size because it's only
Yeah.
2 million miles away or something. And so
Yeah.
it just happens to work out the perfect, they just happen to be the perfect ratio from distance to size to where they look exactly the same size. You know what I mean? Which I
Yeah.
think is just crazy to begin with, that,
Well, yeah, it just happens to be lucky that they work out to be the same size. Yeah, just luck. Put it that way.
yeah, right. I mean, because yeah, especially when you're dealing with, I mean, that's some precise calculations, when you're
Yeah.
calculating the ratio of 93 million miles to the size of,
There's The other
something.
fact that always messed with my mind when I wasn't quite sure of things, like, if the sun is 93 million miles away from the Earth and it's hot, we feel the heat from it, right? Why would space be cold?
Hmm.
You think it would be heating up the whole space, wouldn't it? How come only Earth feels the heat, nothing else around? That makes no sense.
Well, because I don't know. I mean,
Anything that's in the sunlight
because
would
I
be
guess
hot.
because they claim space is a vacuum, and so if there's nothing in space, there's nothing to heat up. You know what I mean? Like, so the heat just travels through this empty vacuum, but then once it gets inside the Earth's firmament, like I'm just guessing here. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
I'm not an expert or
You're
you know what I
trying to
mean.
put devil's advocate,
But I
but
think
it's
I think
hard.
I think that's the would be the explanation is that once the heat hits our atmosphere and then but then I kind of always wondered if the sun and the heat can get into our atmosphere, but then the ozone layer or some other sort of layer that something that science told us was there
Yep.
keeps the heat in. Why can it come in but not go out? Like why does it come in and then get trapped?
Yeah, there you
Uh,
go. Yeah.
so I mean that's kind of a something I've always wondered.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Like, I don't even in a vacuum, it would heat. How could heat be controlled by being in a vacuum or not? Hot is hot. I don't. It doesn't make sense,
Well, right, but I mean,
especially if it's that big. They say it is as big as they say it is.
yeah, because I mean heat's just energy, but if the energy from the sun is traveling through space, which is a vacuum, energy is something, right? Then it technically would make it not in a vacuum because doesn't a vacuum mean that it's
No
you know
air. It
void
just
of
means no air. That's all.
oh hmm.
I don't know. See how stupid it is that yeah, the more you think about it, the more you may scratch your head more often than anything else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got me asking more questions about why uh globe Earth than than flat Earth. So yeah, I don't know. Uh, I mean, I guess yeah. Like I said, I've never really looked super into any of this too much, but I thought it was a fun conversation.
Oh yeah.
And I know how you seem pretty passionate about it when
Oh yeah, because there's no. I can't go back to being on a spinning water ball. No, no. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's flat for me, and it's always gonna be flat. I got so much proof. I go on for days showing you stuff.
yeah. Well, how long?
How long do we have?
Oh, she said she's starting in about an hour. So we got a few more minutes. I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna be able to stall for an hour, but
No, I know. I know.
yeah, but I got a I got a question for you. How long have you like when did you open up to the flat Earth and when did you start really believing that? Like how long has it been?
Well, like I said, even way back in school days, I never believed it. When they tried to teach me the gravity, they threw me for a loop, and I I could never grip that thought of gravity it just never made sense to me at all. And then, like I said, once
Huh.
all more and more flat earthers started coming out, and there was a groups and stuff on YouTube, and I looked into it more and more, and got into those groups and asked questions, and like, bang, here I am. Like, it is reality. It's not just a question in my mind anymore. It's like the globe is gone. It's impossible. Just like this picture here, like it's just stupid. It's not
Yeah. And so
possible.
how long ago was that you started finding some of the YouTube groups and on
That's
Facebook
about
and YouTube?
7 years ago, I'm guessing, approximately,
Yeah.
because I can't remember exactly when I started my group. Even now, it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
I tried to look into that the other day. There has to be a date mark on my group when it says when I started it.
Oh
I
yeah,
can,
I'm sure there is.
but I
Oh
can't
yeah,
find it.
yeah. I think I lost your group.
You lost it.
Well, I mean, I lost the tab it was in because I got like 25 tabs open. Uh,
Yeah.
Did we get anybody new here in the chat?
Well,
No.
yeah,
Anybody?
because of global, because it doesn't. Yeah.
So it says the flat Earth movement exists
Oh, sorry.
because the movement of the Earth does not.
Yeah. Sandy's show. Oh, yeah, it did pop up on there.
Okay, yeah. She says it is set for
Oh shit.
1:15.
Yeah, it's okay. We
So
need to
she,
switch a break in between, don't we?
yeah, right. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I gotta take the dog for a walk and stuff because he would not go out when it was pouring down rain. Like if it's just a sprinkle, he's a big baby and he won't go he won't go out in the
Oh,
rain hardly at all.
that's
So
funny.
uh, now that it stopped raining a little bit, we have time to go take a nice little walk around the neighborhood.
It has to go in the rain
But
sometimes. I mean, like you can't hold back the
well,
rain.
sometime yeah, if he has to bad enough, he'll run out and do what he's got to do, and then just run right back up to the door. Because I have a little fenced in yard, but he likes walks better. So, uh, but yeah, if he has to, uh,
Well, I don't want to
he'll go out in
offend
the rain.
people.
But
Not here to offend anybody. We're just here to, you know. That's an offensive name. I got in trouble for calling someone this year down here before, so I try not to.
oh, yeah, we can all have different beliefs and uh, have different ideas and
Oh, here we go again.
you
There's a few with this. Yeah, I'm not doing this on purpose. It's just they're just there.
know. Yeah, well, these are all coming from your group, right?
No,
Oh
no.
no, no, these are just different ones.
Yeah, it's a different flat Earth group, but it's got more just of these type of things. That's why I went for it. And they're handier than mine was. The same idea, of course. Oh, 115.
1:15. So,
9,
but
10, 11, 12.
she does look like she has it up and uh, scheduled. So
Oh yeah.
as soon as we get out of here, people can hop over there and
Oops,
give
it's
her
showing on
the
screen.
thumbs up and
I don't know how I'm on full. How is it showing on screen when I'm full screen? I don't understand. Anyway.
oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even realize that. But
Waters Club.
oh, I need to screenshot that.
Oh, I'll go back for you. Yeah. You like that one?
I got it. I just paused it. Yeah. Uh, all right,
Yeah,
I
and
got
here
it.
we are more about that, like talking about now. Why is the Earth so small? Like, get out of here. Yeah,
Yeah.
they blew it.
Yeah,
They
that looks
really
pretty
blew it.
ridiculous.
Yeah, someone wasn't thinking when they put that picture up for people, like or they wanted to get caught. One of the two.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Uh, or just they or the people are in charge are just so arrogant that they're just like, let's make up the dumbest shit we can think of and tell people this and see how many people we can get to believe.
Yeah, see, here we go.
You know
This
what I
is what I was
mean?
trying to explain. Calling us a speck of dust. This is apparently us. So God paid attention to just us, and what about every other? Come on. And there we are. There, look
Yeah,
at that. We
right. And
can't even
that's just
circle.
yeah, and that's just our galaxy. And that's not to mention all the other,
Apparent
millions of
stuff.
galaxies that are out
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
Yeah, but God pays attention to that one only. Like, hello, get out. That's too funny.
Hmm.
Everything's the sun is local.
So
We are it. We are the center of everything. God made us, and we are, we are special.
Preliminals here. I don't think we said hi to Preliminal. But he Preliminal. They asked, "You think the sun is flat?" Like I think they're having a conversation with somebody, so I don't know the context.
That could be.
But yeah. So I mean, that's a good question just in general. If the Earth is flat, is the moon and the sun flat?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, and it's possible because it doesn't seem to rotate unless you see it rotate. Like the moon too, we don't see it rotate, so maybe it is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's another coincidence that the moon just happens to rotate at exactly the same exact speed as it orbits the Earth. So we always only see the one side of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
how precise of calculations would that have to be to always just be, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I
uh,
do. Exactly. That's a good point, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
But yeah, that's a good
a lot
question.
of
Like
interesting
I can't
questions.
answer that, but I think it's a possibility. But then again, also you can't. I mean, like if you're gonna get carpet laid in your house, right? And the guy comes in and starts measuring your ceiling, and like you're gonna look at him weird, like what the hell you doing, dude? What cares? What does it matter what my ceiling's doing if you're gonna lay carpet on my floor? At the same point is what is it? What's the point? What have the planets and the stars got to do with the face of the Earth? You know what I mean? They're there, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. It
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Uh,
has nothing to do with. I
Pushing just
mean,
put
they're
it.
connected in one way or another, but it doesn't matter what up's up there to be down here. It could be totally different. They could be Jello up there, and we could be solid down here. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
pushing. I got a question. That link you put in the chat. It looks like it's from a small channel. Uh, like you think it would be good to play?
show it.
It's only like a minute and a half.
Yeah, or
But yeah,
yeah.
I think I've seen this. Yeah, I think this should be all right to play.
Oh, sure. Whatever it is they got, they show it. They're good people. They know better.
All right. Here, I'm gonna put this up here real quick and
It's
uh,
been shared for 16 years.
what's that?
As it says that it's been shared for 16 years.
Oh yeah, it's been 16 years ago, 150,000 views, and he's only got 60. Uh, oops.
Remove me from the stage and show yourself. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, right. I was. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize I had to
There
remove
you
you.
go.
So here,
Oh, don't worry about it. I would be lost on
let
the other end. I just, yeah.
So, NASA recently sent a machine to the International Space Station. It converts urine into drinking water.
Oh, gross.
NASA urine recycler, test 1, sample 1. It's the first water we've got out of the machine. This will allow astronauts to recycle their urine
Oh, look at
and
it.
sweat
It doesn't look
into
any change.
beautiful,
No,
clean,
He's just,
clear drinking water. First sample,
doesn't look clean and clear.
transparency,
no, he's going to drink
subpar.
straight urine here.
Ugh.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, that's just piss. That's just straight up piss. Smell, urine, and
Is it supposed to be filtered? Oh,
I think
damn it! Oh, that's piss. I don't know why I have to drink it. It's piss. It's yellow.
why is he still drinking it?
That's piss all the way down to the bottom.
I think they just got to get the shot.
Ah, results have not been promising. Edison, it took him like thousands of tries to find the right filament for a light bulb. And maybe we're being idiots, or maybe we're...
People are drinking it.
Let's just see who drinks it. I'm not going to drink it. I can sit here all fucking day. You drink it!
Yeah, you drink it.
Do we even have a machine? Are we just pissing into this bottle?
Yeah, they are.
That would go great with a cheeseburger if you like drinking.
Oh, you drank the whole thing.
That's like 16 ounces or so. It looks like.
Like a glass of water.
Oh yeah, that looks like 24 or 30 ounces.
We made water. Somebody give me a glass of piss. I want to celebrate.
That's funny.
I think I've seen that before, but I forgot. It's been like 16 years since I've seen it, I think.
Yeah, I think I seen that a couple years ago. Thanks, Christian. That was funny.
I love it.
So that was a good one.
All
right. You got a few more to show us?
I don't know how many they're got. It seems to be endless. I'm just going left on this button, and things keep on showing up. Oh, now we're into it. We can't talk about this, can we?
Yeah, probably. I mean, probably not going to hurt anything to see it on the screen, but
yeah. Wish I could do this guy's laugh. It's my favorite.
Oh, who is this guy? Like, he looks kind of familiar, but
Dastardly looks like something. He's in a couple shows. Old time, 60s, man, for crying out loud, early 70s. You catch that pigeon. I can't remember the name of the shows. It was a Wacky Racers. I think it was Wacky Racers was one of them, and the other one was a pigeon show where he was flying around. Dastardly something. Mugsley is his name. Yeah.
Mugsley.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Super Nose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I knew that somebody would help me. Super's so good for that because he's a little bit older than me, actually, so it helps.
Yeah, it does look like a Hanna-Barbera type of cartoon.
Oh, it was great.
Pushing says.
Yeah, there was two. Yeah. He was in the Racers, the Wacky Racers, and I can't remember the name of the Catch the Pigeon show. But he used to fly around in a biplane trying to catch his pigeon, obviously. I think it was kind of a take on the Roadrunner Coyote type thing, only in air.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because they could never catch the pigeon. They always tried.
Huh. All right.
Yeah,
you can move on to the next one.
I gotta
push our luck.
No, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's voting.
Oh, that's funny. Getting into politics. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's on here. I'm just going through. Like I said, maybe I should go the other way. Yeah, this is starting to get controversial.
Yeah, if you want to get controversial, we'd have to do a show on another night.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I am. Here we go.
Do it after midnight or something.
Right there.
Because water. Yeah, why do we find water? Or why do we use water to find what is level? Because water at its level is flat. Then how does water find its level on a curve? Yeah, I mean, I would have to say that's probably one of the best arguments that I've heard is water. Yeah, I mean, because the
Earth is 71% water, right? 71% water.
Yeah.
How can it be a curve? It doesn't. Period. There's more water than there is land.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, that's what helped wake me up. I thought about the waters thing and like, holy crap, that is so true, And I live on the ocean too. the Pacific Ocean's right there for me, and I see it all the time. And like, no, there's no curve there. There's no curve there.
Mm. Yep.
There we go. That's
There's
my
your favorite saying again.
yeah. Your
The spinning
favorite
water
will
ball.
say that.
Oh, I have it clipped and ready to go. Like I've been like when I was like when I first got my editing software, like a month or couple months ago, uh, I was clipping some pieces from Sandy's show just to like practice making like a little short video, and I got the clip of you saying something about the spinning water ball. So if you if you see a short come out sometime and you hear yourself on it, that's probably what you'll hear.
Oh, okay. This one here.
Well, no, when you were talking, like somebody said something in the chat one time, and you said something like, if you think if you believe that we live on a giant spinning water ball, you're an idiot or something.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, it was just a little quick clip like that. It was pretty funny. So,
Well, yeah, you
uh,
believe anything, exactly. If you can believe something that
oh,
impossible.
maybe that's what you said. Yeah, maybe you said you believe anything.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Well, it's the truth, though. It really is. You stop and think about it,
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm torn. Like I don't know. I know I played the globe Earth
Well,
side of
you
things
tried.
tonight,
Yeah, you tried.
but yeah, I mean, I just gave the points that that I thought that that
Yeah.
I'd been taught all my life, and
I know everyone has, but it's so easy once you start to think for yourself and just erase your mind, erase everything that they told you out of your mind and think for yourself. It comes to the front of your head easier.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's just kind of hard to do that, Like I mean, it's hard to uh just erase everything that you've learned for the first 25 to 30 years of your life that you believed in. I mean, I guess blind, but I mean that's the way that I was taught, growing up is just to blindly believe, and
Yeah.
that's kind of why I always consider that uh the church that I grew up in a cult, is because if you ask any hard questions, any serious questions, they would just make up some basic generic answer, and not want you to think about things like that. uh and change the subject, or they wouldn't talk about it, you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
they were just trying to ingrain in our minds what they wanted us to believe. And eventually, like I was a pretty passive kid, and so like I just was like, okay, well, I see some of my friends every once in a while trying to ask questions and uh challenge them on what they're saying, and they're getting shut down, so I don't want to do that. And so I just sat there and just kind of started believing everything that I was told for the first 20 years of my life. uh
Yeah. Well, look at
so
this. Looks
that's
like
kind of how it
Italy
was.
woke up. Italy itself, the whole country woke up to flat Earth. Look at this.
Oh, wow, that's one of their coins?
Yeah,
Huh, that's interesting.
it really is. So yeah, if the whole country
In
can say, yeah,
1999,
yeah,
wow, 26 years ago.
before anybody else started talking about flat Earth, they already declared it on a coin. That's wild.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I like the little guy, like presenting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was just looking at that. That's a fun emoji. Uh,
Voila! Look at this. Uh, yeah, okay. Oh
what did it say?
yeah.
Fairy tales used to start with once upon a time. Now fairy tales start with what?
According to
According to the
experts.
experts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Oops. The offensive word. Like I said, I don't want to be offensive, but you can't. Sometimes it's just humor, you know.
Yeah. Right. I mean, humor is humor. Like, yeah, I believe that, with humor, I think the whole offensive part
Yeah,
should
but
just
this
kind of
here
go out the
word,
window.
this word is just meant for the really hard ass ones that don't agree with anything. That they stick to their gun no matter what proof you give them. You know what I mean? They're blind to it and
Yeah.
deny it. That's what actual most globers are not globetards. Like they're at least like you. They're open to it at least. They don't just argue blindly like because the whole thing is blind.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open to anything. I mean, like, obviously I like, conspiracy theories, and,
Well, there's another one for you.
oh, another, yeah. I want to get the red flag even. But, yeah, I like learning about all kinds of different stuff, because a lot of the conspiracy theories that people have been, you know, digging into and been called crazy over the last like 20, 25, 30 years are, some of them are turning out that they weren't conspiracy theories at all. Like they were true. Um, like, I mean,
Exactly.
MK Ultra used to be considered a conspiracy theory, and then they
Yeah.
declassified it and told us, oh yeah, it really was a government operation,
Now
and
it's more provable. Yeah, this year
yeah,
there's a
right. So stuff
couple.
like so. What's
There's a
that?
million and a half questions or and answers right here in this one picture here. Right. The one is how did this thing get there in that small little capsule? Like they never showed it being brought up. They would have to bring it piece by piece, and that would be a lot of missions.
Hmm.
Right. And this is basically, I mean, look how cheap it is. This is just an umbrella upside down. You can see it. and these lawn chairs here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that those were lawn chairs. Uh, that's funny. Yeah, but I mean,
and
with the capsule itself, it's like tinfoil, so
yeah.
mm, or aluminum foil.
And if you see the footage, they actually have footage when these guys were driving around on this thing and they're talking to Earth apparently, right? And they're going
Hmm.
over bumps and rocks and stuff, but the voices don't change. They don't get when you're going over bumps. When your voice goes, it never happens.
Yeah,
Like
right.
they're
And
just talking.
don't they even like peel out once or twice or something, and the dirt like shoots up and then just immediately falls right back to the ground?
Exactly, that sort of stuff too. And what gets me is when they're talking and you can see the thing going over bumps physically, and you don't hear nothing in their voices. That's a
Huh.
total giveaway. And that's
Yeah, I
what
don't.
like
Yeah.
you look. You can check. Anybody can go check that out themselves. The footage of this thing driving around with them talking. You just check it out. It's hilarious.
Huh. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't think I've ever caught that clip or whatever. I've seen clips like that though without sound,
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I've
and
seen the
yeah,
clips with the
it's
sound, and they're
basically
talking, and they're going over big bumps, and there's no change.
yeah, right. But the footage I thought was always like slowed down really far or like r- real
Yeah, which
slow.
doesn't make sense either. They put it in slow mo to try to make you think it's like less gravity.
Yeah, right. Like when they're like walking around on the moon supposedly, and like they're kind of hopping uh
Yeah.
in
Oh
steps or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
They're just hopping like regular, uh, on wires. Oh, there, that one you can even looks like you can even see the wire coming right up above his helmet, like right there in the middle of his helmet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So fake. Is that the last one? That's the last one. We hit
Yeah,
the end.
and we hit the end.
Well, except for we have
Well,
we
I
didn't
think
go to the
that's
other
I
one.
think yeah, I think that's probably a good uh good point to
Close on.
do a shout out, and I don't think we got anybody new here, but I'm gonna go up as high as I can. Uh, but yeah, do we maybe we should find a video here real quick
End it on. Yeah.
to end it on.
I went so
Might as well
far
just
into this. I didn't want to went to one direction. I don't know. I didn't see what was the other direction. That's okay. We had a good show.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was a fun show. Good talking.
I did better than I thought I was gonna. I was just like, what am I gonna do?
Oh, you did awesome. Uh,
Oh yeah, so you saw I feel strong. I mean, like, yeah, if I had more pictures and one thing I could just pop to, like when you were saying, just subject wise, and you mentioned something
yeah.
I could
Well,
just
it
go
was.
to a picture, like that'd be nice, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, we didn't get this organized uh, until late, so we only had a few days. Because by the time we got it nailed down,
Oh yeah,
it was like Thursday night. By the time we uh, actually got it
this
scheduled or whatever. So
this one here, actually, yeah, this one looks good too. See here, look at what's different. You think the sky would be more brilliant from the moon than from Earth, you know?
yeah, right. I guess I didn't understand like when they were questioning the astronauts coming back from the moon. Um, like why? Because they asked them something about if you can see the stars, and the one of them said, "Yeah, you could see the stars," and the other one corrected and was like, "No, you can't see any stars out there," uh, but didn't really explain why. I don't remember like why they said you couldn't see the stars from the
Yeah,
moon.
yeah, that's an eye opener right there. You'd see more.
Yeah, yeah, you would think if you're in the vacuum of space and you wouldn't have all the pollution and atmosphere that the Earth has,
The light,
that we have to look through in
yeah,
order to see
all
all
the
that
light is
stuff.
coming
Yeah,
from Earth. Yeah, there's no light on the moon, so it was dark as dark could be. So you'd see everything like so clearly. You'd think.
yeah. Well, then, yeah, but then the theory like that the moon produces cold light doesn't make any sense either. You've heard that one, right? Where supposedly the light on the moon is from the sun, so you would think that would be heat. So at nighttime, when it's like a full moon, why is it colder uh, in the moonlight than not in the moonlight? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, and
Because
it's measurably
like
cold.
the
People have
moon,
proven it's been proven that
yeah,
the
right. Where yeah,
moonlight is cold.
they've measured the temperature in the moonlight and then went into the shade where there was no moonlight, and it got warmer. So,
Oh yeah, you see this one? That's hilarious. See, this is
oh,
the
that's
space.
funny.
They forgot to take the hand out of the picture. There it is on the globe.
That's funny. All right. Well, that looks like a good one to end it on.
Yep, yep, yep. Oh yeah, or that one.
Let me find
Dixon
the
talk
chat here.
on a
Oh,
landline.
whoops. Mhm. Yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
I already
Okay,
took
I
you
think
down.
pushing buttons
Mm,
has some
mm.
clip we can end on.
All right. Well, here, let me go through and do the shout out from as far back as I can see. So,
Yeah.
here at the
Oh,
top, we
well,
got Ken Raz, Tiniest Squish Sarah Pagey, Pushing Button 62, Hard Earth, Julie, Mr. Super, Sidewinders here, Preliminal. Uh,
what is this?
say hi in the chat if you haven't spoken in a while, so we can get
Yeah.
you. So I got
What is this?
Preliminal, Mr. Super, Noise Guru. Uh, uh,
Oops. Okay. Might want to show that. I don't know.
Kenraz. Oh yeah, I said, man, it didn't let me go back very far at all this time.
Uh
Um,
oh.
let me check and see what this is from pushing.
Yeah, I just did. It looks like it's a 3 minute something skit. Skit.
What is it?
It's a
X HUD
official
official
a
alleges secret underground bunkers.
yeah. So if we could leave the Earth, why
Sorry.
are they building underground bunkers?
Mm,
Right?
yeah.
You think they'd
Huh.
spend their
Yeah. This
money
looks
on
like
rockets?
something. Yeah, this looks like something from Fox 26. I don't know if I want to play anything from Fox, but yeah, everybody go check it out. It looks like a 4-minute video. Here, let me see if I can pin that in the chat real quick. And I think I'll just go with a song from Mr. Super.
You don't want to play it?
Yeah, I don't know about playing Fox.
Is it?
Although I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. I get copyrighted every time, but
Isaiah Factor.
I know.
I don't
know. Yeah, but it's on Fox, like Fox News Channel's actual YouTube channel.
Oh, I see down there. Now I see it. I didn't see that before. Okay.
Yeah, right. So yeah, so I just pinned that link to the top.
Yeah.
So everybody can go check that out because we'll have a few more minutes. Looks like we'll be have like 40 minutes to
right
break in between before we hop on Sandy's show. So
to eat and whatnot.
Yep. You got any last words?
Any famous last words?
Any famous last words?
Not really. I just hope we did good job. Boston says good job. Okay, that's okay then. That's all I was concerned about, being nervous and not knowing what to do. But I guess all those like memes, like, that helps. It does.
Yeah. Again, I don't understand. Like I'm so super new at doing anything like this. This is only the fifth show I've done. So like, if anybody should be nervous, it's me.
Oh,
but I don't. Yeah, I think that's funny. But you did good. You came on. You calmed down. And, we're just talking like we do. After the show or whatever.
It's more than a belief. It's a knowledge now. I mean, I can actually know this. I don't have to believe it because I can prove it.
Yeah.
Anybody can. Like, you'd have the same conversation with Boston Ray or Pushing Button. I don't know what Pushing, but you know what I mean. Mr. Super Sidewinder, all the flat earthers that I know that are out there.
Yeah. Well, if Boston Ray or Rye Russ or anybody wants to come on and do a part 2 of this, on another show.
Any proof. What was I showing for the last hour?
Huh?
I said, what was I showing for the last hour? I was showing pictures and proof of long distance pictures and like high altitude pictures.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was all good, entertaining stuff, but we probably just scratched the surface. On what we could, have showed, of more
that's
proof
right,
and stuff.
Pushing,
and
yeah.
So yeah, so also that, and that really applies for anybody, not just Ray or Russ. Anybody who has a topic they want to talk about. It doesn't have to be conspiracy, doesn't have to be I mean, it's anything. Like Mr. Super show came on and we talked about musical instruments, and that was fun. So it was any kind of topic, that anything that you're passionate about out there, you want to talk about, just share with some people and have a little fun. Send me an email. Let me I'll put my email in the chat while this outro song is playing. And this song is going to be from Mr. Super. It's one of his latest ones, and it was really good. So hope he doesn't mind me playing this. I don't think he will. He said I can play his stuff. So thank you everybody for being here. We'll see you in about 45 minutes over at Sandy's show, and thanks for tuning in.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. more than anyone that you adore and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. D is more than anyone that you adore and love. Love that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Oh yes, love